What is up, guys? It's Jack here, back again today with a brand new video for you guys, and today I'm going to be talking about the iPhone 6s Plus. Now, this has been my daily driver for a good time now, almost over 2 years I believe I've had this phone, and I'm going to tell you guys why you shouldn't buy it. I know it's a little negative coming out from the get-go, saying why you shouldn't buy something, when usually I'm telling you things and like as to why you should buy something. Now, the first thing is its processing chip. Over the years, this phone has been getting slower and slower with new iOS updates coming out. That's not a bad thing, that's just things getting old, that's just what happens with technology in general. This thing has an A9 chip in it, and we're on A11 chips now for Apple, and this thing is getting pretty outdated with new iOS updates coming out. I'm pretty sure this thing came out when iOS 9 was kind of released, in that kind of range. So it was doing pretty well back then. When I first got this phone, it ran really smooth, but now I'm running into a couple of glitches, so I just wanted to tell you guys my problems that I've had with the phone so far, with iOS 11 and all that other stuff coming out so far. The chip is super slow. So multitasking sucks on this thing. I mean, going from even just Snapchat to messaging sucks. Sometimes you have to wait like an extra 20 seconds just for Snapchat to load. I know it doesn't sound like that much time, but in daily use, when you have to wait 20 seconds almost every time for Snapchat just to load in, it's kind of annoying. The other reason why I decided to do this video is because I saw that Apple is still charging people $650 for a full price on this phone. Now, $650 is quite steep in my opinion for something that's almost over 2 years old, I believe. I think it should be around like the $400, maybe $500 price point. And I also saw they got rid of the 64 gigabyte, so that's the one I got. I don't know why they did that. They just went 32 to 128, but it's $650 for the 128 gig. Now, that's a lot of storage, and mine doesn't have as much, but I feel like it's still going to perform the same with having issues with that outdated chip. Another thing that's been going wrong with my phone, it might just be me, it might be other people, is my volume rocker thing on the side, on the top, the thing that switches from vibrate to sound, doesn't work anymore. It'll either stay on vibrate or stay on sound. For the most time, it stays on sound, and that's really annoying because I want my phone to be silent almost all the time because I'm in classes and other stuff like that. You guys let me know in the comments whether or not this has been happening to you, whether your button's been breaking or not, but I know that's going to be a hefty price to pay Apple for switching that out, or maybe trying to fix it or something, or maybe they can't even fix it. I don't bother with it because it doesn't bug me that much. It's just a little thing that kind of bugs me, so let me know if that's happened to you guys as well. Some other things I'd like to talk to you guys about this phone is the battery life and the durability. This thing has actually been really durable over the past couple of years that I've had this phone. I've dropped it multiple times, probably over 200 times I would say, and I've only gotten a crack on the bottom left and the top right, and then a ton of dings on the back of this phone. I mean, I've just put it through a ton of crap. I put a sticker over it, but there's still dents and stuff on that. The only thing I'd be concerned with the iPhone 10 is that I would get cracks on the back instead of just dents, so that's one thing I'm kind of a little bit upset that they did. I mean, it looks clean, but for like practical use, it's not very practical. Regardless, I'll probably still end up getting an iPhone 10 anyways, but whatever. Those are just a couple of things I wanted to talk about, where the battery life and durability of this phone are actually pretty decent. So props to you, Apple, for making a product that actually lasts a good amount of time. Now, another reason why you guys shouldn't get this phone is because it's way overpriced. Like what I said before, that $650 price point, that's way too much for a phone that's super outdated now in Apple, or just in technical terms in general. When you can get the iPhone 10 for like $1,000. Now, I know that's like a little bit under $350 more. Yeah, just $350 more pretty much for a $1,000 phone. Now, I know $1,000 is a lot to spend on a phone, but think of what you're gonna get for like the longevity of that product. So if you have that iPhone 10 for probably 2 years, I'm guessing, because I've had this thing for almost 2 years and it's starting to crap out on me now. So this thing you'd probably have for, I don't even know. You'd be lucky if you got this thing past a year, is what I would say. Lucky if you got this thing past a year, because this thing, even though it would be brand new, it's probably still going to be slow with iOS 11, because this thing was built around iOS 9 and we're on iOS 11 now. That's 2 full software updates they've done through iOS to make things better and better for the next phones coming out. The iPhone 10 you'll probably end up having for like 2 years, like what I said. So just think about that. Instead of just going really cheap, buying the iPhone 6s Plus for like $650, you could just wait and save a little bit to spend on the $1,000 iPhone 10, or maybe even the 8 or 8 Plus, or maybe even the 7 Plus. I mean, the 7 and the 7 Plus are still getting a little bit there with the outdated. It's just a year apart, but still you're gonna want something that'll last you a long time because people tend to keep their phones for a long amount of time. Anything else that has to do with this phone that I wouldn't recommend just has to do with software, things being slow. It's just getting really slow over time, and I know people that'll probably watch my channel want something that's new and that's great. So I hope you guys didn't mind me just kind of talking about this today. And the reason why I don't have a mic stand today is because I saw my boy Leon Lush do this, and I thought it was really cool. So and I thought it was just interesting. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash that mother freaking like button and subscribe if you guys enjoyed my content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.